we are going to be working on our introductions today, and in this lesson, we are going to look at some introductions, specifically the ones that I want you to focus on. All right, so let's get started here. Now, there are several types of introductions that you could possibly choose. And not to overwhelm you, I've picked 3 specific kinds of introductions that I would like your stories to start with. Okay? Again, these aren't every single type of introduction, but these are 3 solid introductions that I believe that you could choose. Okay? I want to look at those in a little more detail, and then you get to pick those. Hopefully you will be using one of these 3 descriptions, introductions in your narrative story. The first is dialogue. Now, dialogue is just people talking. They usually have quotes around some words. Whatever the words that come out of your mouth will be put in quotes, and then it will have an identifier. Who said it? Quote, hello, quote, said mom. Okay, so you have what was said and who said it. Okay, we'll look at that so you can have some sort of dialogue. You can start your story off with dialogue. Okay, you could also start it off with a description. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you hear. Tell me what you feel. Okay? You could describe the blue sky, the soft, fluffy clouds. It was a gorgeous spring day with soft, billowy clouds. You could hear the laughter of the children on the playground. Describe to me the setting. Where are you? What do you see, hear, smell? Description. You could also look at sound. That's called onomatopoeia. Okay? So, that's a funny name, but that's sound. So, again, just to reiterate, dialogue is people talking. Description is tell me what you see. The colors, the sizes, the smells. And sound. Tell me what you hear, like bark, meow, ring, caw, boom. Those are those sounds that represent, like bark, bark, that's onomatopoeia. That represents a dog barking, meow, meow. Cats really don't say meow, meow. They make actually a different sound, but that is how you show it in writing. And those are called onomatopoeia. They're just representations of sound. Ring, ring, bang, bang, onomatopoeia. All right, so on this next screen, what you are going to look at then is you are going to tell me, or we're going to sort through a couple different types of introduction. So again, I have dialogue, description, and sound. Now I have 3 different representations here of an introduction, and we should sort them. Okay, so my first introduction right here. The sun pounded like a hammer on my head. I felt my hair. It was so hot. Maybe I could cook an egg on the top of my head. Okay, so is that dialogue? Are people talking? Do they have quotes? I see no quotes. All right, so could it be description or could it be sound? Let's look. It has to be one of these, but let's read all of our introductions and let's see what's going on. Okay, so the next one. Bang, bang, screech, bark, bark, yeah, yelp. So is that going to be dialogue? Are people talking to each other? Is it a description? Or is it sound? Onomatopoeia. Our last one. Hello. This is Kim. Who is this? I asked the other person on the other end of the phone. This is your brother John, said the caller. Okay, now, is this one sound, description, or dialogue? Okay, I am going to take this and I'm going to put it under dialogue. Then I'm going to move this one here and put this one under description. All right, so dialogue. looking at dialogue right here. Hello, this is Kim. Who is this? I asked the other person. If you notice, you can see right here that this is the words that came out of my mouth. I asked the other person is identifying the speaker. This is your brother John. Those are the words that came out of their mouth. That's in quotes. This identifies who said it, said the caller. So this is dialogue. You can start your story with dialogue, two people talking to each other. It's a good way to start a story. It's interesting. Description. The sun pounded on my head like a hammer. Okay? I'm telling you what it felt like. You can feel it. You can imagine it. I felt my hair. It felt so hot. Maybe I could cook an egg on my top of my head. Really describes how hot my head was. Okay? Describe the feeling. Really get in there and just talk about how hot it is, how warm it is, how cold it is. You also have onomatopoeia. Now again, onomatopoeia are sounds that represent something that makes sound. Bang, bang, if you're hitting a hammer, that's not the true sound of it, but it is how you would write it. Bark, bark, dogs don't actually say the words bark, bark. They sound a little bit different in real life, but that is the sound, that's how you would represent it in writing. Yelp, screech, bang, meow, hiss. Those are all onomatopoeia sounds, and they're great ways to start a story. So now you have dialogue, description, and sound. 3 different ways that you can start a story. I would like you to play with all 3, practice all 3, then pick one. If you have any questions, let me know. I will be doing a probably in-person lesson on these because they're a little bit tougher. Writing an introduction is so important. That's the first thing your reader ever reads, and it better be good because if it isn't, your reader does not want to keep going with the story. So your introduction has to be amazing. All right, see you soon.